Good morning, everybody. Afternoon, depending on where you are, or evening. This is a ghost. Yeah. How you all been? It's Saturday. Hope you all are enjoying your day. It's 8 a.m. roughly where I am here in the States. And looks like it's clearing. If you caught the deer photo last night, you could see the rain coming and thunder and lightning. Um, Appreciate you all watching the videos. Like to share those wildlife videos when I can. But what are we looking at here? Well, a little bit of quick research on this radio. Never really expected to own one. First off, I'll start out by saying this thing is still worth what I paid for it, but because it works. But somebody had their hands in this to the point of I've never seen anything quite like this before. So there's decisions to be made. The model is, and I'll show it again. We'll run it. It's running better than yesterday or the day before. This Craig I have is the model L, as in Lima, 231. So this is late 1970s model when 40 channel came in. In looking, the only problem I found was it'll give me 197 and then the sticker is worn. I suspect this is a 79, somewhere around there. If I had to take a guess. But somebody said had playtime here. I remember we talked about the clock, which is, right over here. I'm going to watch my fingers because we'll get into that in a minute, but right over here, you'll see there's an extension arm and threaded rod, both top and bottom, and that's where the motor would go. So the motor is not in it. Below, and I don't want to zoom too much, but where my finger is going, I find a residual of where the motor burnt out. So whoever had it at that time just took it out and was going to look for a new one, and they could be had. I'm not really interested. The timer works, the switching works. That's good enough for me. Clock is not my big interest. I didn't buy it for to turn around and sell it or anything. I'll just hold on to it. The other important thing to remember is the 232 came out and the 201, and those were the last base stations that Craig made that I can find, and they're rare too. Those are the ones that I've seen go for $500, where the other models, they don't really fetch much. So let me get my cleaning toothbrush, and then I'll explain even some more. This did not come with a microphone, and that's going to be interesting because I think getting this crazy radio is some kind of fate with me. There's your transformer. This is the power section over here. Okay. Let me get around this side. There's some directions in there. I'll read them later to you. There's your fuse. Inside, that's actually hard soldered in. So, into the power supply. There's something you never want to touch. Right there. I'm not going to say much more than that. You all understand that. So it's generating enough power. It also runs on DC. I haven't messed with that, but I'm sure it works. It looks fine. It was rather dirty inside. So let me swing the camera around a little bit because we're going to do this in a couple videos. Let me come over here. Okay. This is where my issues are. Not that it doesn't work. These three switches are three. You have three choices, three-way. Interesting. Those are the the extras. So one of them is a 10K shift and whatever. It's not finished. I did find these wires that were disconnected. That's interesting. I found all the wires these wires that were put in. Okay. I found where they go. They're in there. They were just knotted up. And anyway, we'll look at that. So it does get around. I mean, I had it up on 27,750 last night. It was running pretty good. I had it down 26. I don't know, 26,700 and something. I think it goes below that. I'm not sure. because somebody just stopped working on it evidently. But some of the soldering, I don't know. I can follow the person. So it was rather dirty in here. It's not bad now. I got it cleaned up pretty well. My next issue to speak of, which is interesting, is the microphone. No microphone. So I have a great microphone, a stock one, and oh, here it is. Oh, that's hard to do. There we go. It's upside down. Yeah, you get the picture. Well, let's swing back on this side a little bit here. Maybe I can show more of it back here. Okay, so anybody that was hanging out with me last summer, not this summer, last summer, Glenn, Delta X-Ray 444 and the guys, there we go, that's a better view. I saw this microphone and said, what? And it was like $8 on eBay, as I remember. I think I offered $5, and they actually took it. So it's for a Craig, you know. I had never seen one before. And unfortunately, it comes, and I never did the repair on it, but the plug is, these are very expensive plugs, Craig, get one. Anyway, it needs some TLC. A couple of the connections are very loose, the solder connections in the plug. So I'm going to fix that. That's on the schedule next, because that actually, this microphone that I just picked up on some whim last year, thinking, wow, that'd be cool to have. Maybe I could use it. You know what? That's the microphone that goes with this radio. And the other series, the 232 and the 201. So again, this is a 231 that we're looking at. So I'll fix that and we'll go from there. Yeah, I want to do something. I want to, you know, bump up the audio for sure. So we'll see what goes with that. So we've looked at this side of the board. There's some really weird, some of the connections that are made over here. As you can see, it says 1, 2, 3. Usually that, you know, what we're doing up in this backside here, connected in there. So I got to just look at it. And let's talk one more thing. And I found out, I don't know if I should try to adjust my pull this way out a little bit, and maybe we can come back. Yeah, sorry, I am sorry. Okay, so what I found is kind of interesting on the front here. When you come over to the calibrate, back this thing here, and that's for your SWR meter calibration. Well, I found out that somebody got in there, and this is loose. I can sort of push that. You can see where this has been cobbed, and it must have got on the bottom side. I haven't really looked at it close enough yet, and I was wondering what the hell was going on. There's no other way to say it, because one minute I would have some pretty good power coming out, next minute, you know, like 4 or 5 watts, and then the next minute I'd have 1 watt. And it's like, okay, you know, I know what that is. Well, it wasn't that. As I was messing with this stuff and looking at one of my bigger meters, this is run right in on the other side. Of course, you can't see it from here. But as I turned that, it would go from 1 to 4 to 5 watts. You know, I mean, it just, you know, and I'm going, oh my God. No, and yeah, so what we got here is on this switch, that's controlling our power out. It's actually in pretty good shape. There's a few capacitors that I'm looking at that, you know, I said, well, maybe down the road, but overall the capacitors look good. Doesn't mean that they're perfect, but it received very well. And we'll do some receiving here in a minute. It's receiving a little better. Me messing with it, and just cleaning in general helps. You know, it does a lot. So as I mess with this thing, and of course they didn't spend hardly very much money on it. I'm sort of happy to have it. We'll get it back in shape. I might even, I was thinking and looking at how, not how, but you know, everything is there, how to just get rid of the extras and run it, you know, back into stock, just a stock radio. We'll see. But everything is there. I got to think this one through. So that's that on that part of it. It does run well. I think the clock, I'll set it to 202. It's a New York 202. and leave it there. I'm not really interested in fixing it. We'll see what goes. I'm sure I'll be getting out with it. I don't know if I'll be running it tonight. Tonight is Dirty Diaper 21, South Carolina. JT. His live is tonight, and I know Al had one last night. I missed that, sorry. Just not enough hours in the day with the farm. You all behave yourself. We'll get back on this. We'll do another video shortly. Skip is really in. And again, I had some really great reception. Way up high, 27, 5, 75, whatever. It doesn't have all frequencies in it, but it does transmit on them and receive rather well. So we'll see how it goes. And where else were we get? I see we were getting Portugal last night, and maybe South America, could be Central America. There was a lot coming in and out, so that was kind of fun. And that was on AM. I was picking that up. It does rather well on sideband, I noticed also. So anyway, you know, it's a Frankenstein monster. But it's easily worth what I paid for it. I'll get it running. It's running anyway, but I'll get it figured out as far as these channels go, what happened there. Clarifier is unlocked also, and that is kind of interesting because it's very well, open, and it seems to really have a channel spread on it, on the channel. Wasn't expecting it to be quite that good. So anyway, I bought somebody's Tinker toy. We'll share. It's excellent radio though, from what I'm seeing so far. And again, we'll see as time goes by what happens here. I'm still cleaning on it. You all have a good day. Be safe. Enjoy your weekend. 7-3s. May the skip gods bless you and bounce you in my area, because we'll be listening. You all have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.